I did want to establish something for the Houston Rockets the remainder of this offseason. I'm going to call this the Paul Gallant 2025 Houston Rockets offseason doctrine. I used to mispronounce that word for far too long, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to use an old friend, Yul Brynner. Remember Yul Brynner? No? Am I pulling another dated reference out of my ass? Yul Brynner was in a lot of movies back in the 50s and 60s, specifically one of them, The 10 Commandments. If you've never seen The 10 Commandments, this is the iconic line, at least in my opinion, that I still say from time to time whenever I make a grand statement and want to pat myself on the back. I say this.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
This hat's sick. Anyway, listen. We're about to establish a doctrine, and after every single point that I lay out, so let it be written, so let it be done. Point 1. Amen Thompson is the Houston Rockets' best player. This is not debatable, and I would like him this offseason to work on his range.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Thompson is as close to as untouchable as possible.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
As close to untouchable. I said it right that time. Sometimes I struggle reading on this thing. Alperen Şengün, point 3, is the Rockets' second best player. This also is not debatable, even from you psycho Şengün stands over in Turkey.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
As far as Şengün and whether or not he's touchable, he's not untouchable completely, but I better be getting something really special in return. I mean, we're talking top shelf. Bare minimum Kevin Durant, but I wouldn't feel good about that. I'm talking Giannis Antetokounmpo if he's getting moved. He's close to untouchable, but not completely untouchable.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
The Paul Gallant Houston Rockets 2025 offseason doctrine continues. I am not entirely out on Jalen Green, who I do think was a victim of elite Warriors defense. If you watched tonight's Warriors Timberwolves game 1, you saw that the Warriors completely locked down Anthony Edwards, who we all think is a lot better than Jalen Green, even though they are the same age. So there's definitely some people all of a sudden who are making excuses for Jalen Green. I'm not entirely out on him. However, 1, I don't want to hear about him as being a star player again. At least from local media. I'd also like to hear it from national media. 2, I would like the option to block his Wingstop ads. And 3, the man needs to get his confidence up this offseason. Some way, somehow. Basketball isn't enough. Dating noted basketball wag and having a child with noted basketball wag and strong, powerful, independent woman, Dry Michelle, isn't enough. I need my man to go out and do something uncomfortable. And I think that might unlock it. And I am suggesting this, again, karaoke Saturday night at T-Bone's. Arguably the greatest karaoke spot in the entirety of the Milky Way galaxy.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Paul Gallant doctrine for the Houston Rockets this offseason continues. Fred VanVleet and Steven Adams slander is outlawed. The latter, you never heard it. Steven Adams rules. Fred VanVleet slander, though, a lot of it this past season. No more. No, 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 no.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Another point. In Ime Udoka, we trust. The only thing I would really nitpick with Ime Udoka, who has pelts on the wall, given that he took a Boston Celtics team to their first finals. The only thing I'd push back on as far as what we saw in this past round was that I'd like to have seen a little bit more minutes from Jabari Smith and perhaps a quicker plug pull on Jalen Green. But in Ime Udoka, we trust.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
As far as Rafael Stone goes, I'm still a little skeptical about the guy. I think he happened to be in the right place at the right time when Daryl Morey left the Rockets. And I felt he was a little bit too much of a control freak during the Steven Silas era, an era where the Rockets were soft, undisciplined, and let a lot of young players do whatever the hell they wanted. They were an unprofessional operation. I think Stone has learned some things from those experiences, and I think that over the past couple of years, some of the picks that he has made, Alperen Şengün late in the first round, Amen Thompson, having him fall into his lap, certainly some luck involved with both picks, but he has made some good moves. Fred VanVleet's been great. Trading for Steven Adams, great move. Dylan Brooks, he's helped. He's done some good things. So I'm willing to extend an olive branch to him for those past 2 seasons, and I'm willing to forget the Steven Silas era. However, I am not willing to say, in Rafael Stone, I trust. We'll get back to that a little bit later in the show when we take a look at this press conference that Ime Udoka and Rafael Stone did.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
The Paul Gallant Houston Rockets 2025 offseason doctrine continues. All other players are on the table for a trade. If you're not Amen Thompson, and unless it's a real top shelf item for Alperen Şengün, everyone is on the table. Jalen Green, Tari Eason, everyone. Reed Shepherd too.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
And definitely Cam Whitmore. Goodness gracious. You'll hear about him in this press conference as well. All draft picks on the table. The odds of you getting the number 1 pick are pretty low. And I understand there is that fear that you could potentially lose out on it if you ship them off, and you do have a bunch of extra lottery picks that are going to age pretty well, I think, with the Phoenix Suns. All of those trades, all of those picks are on the table. You're now at a point where, yeah, continuing to draft would be good, but it's time to turn those chips into a real asset right now. I understand trusting your process, but hey, man, all those picks, look at them like lottery tickets and look at them like currency.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
So there you go. That is the Paul Gallant 2025 Houston Rockets offseason doctrine.